Hello everyone, how you all doing? It's Harsh Repose. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn. Good morning. I'm talking to you live now from Tuscany in Italy, and I have been traveling all around. So forgive the background. The backdrop is a little bit different to what it usually is, but I'm here to bring you the news, and I'm no matter what, no holds bars. I could be in the toilet, I could be anywhere. I'll bring you the news. No problem at all. Kenny, good morning. How you doing? Now, we're going to get into that right now. Manchester United look like they've been very, very busy in this transfer market so far. Everything seems to be falling in place, and Manchester United seem to be getting the business end of the transfer window sorted. They seem to be working like a professional team at last. Can you believe it? It's a bit like we're starting to regain our respect, so to speak, in regards to the transfer market. Now, Manchester United have, of course, almost signed Lenny Euro. He's one player that has um, basically put his name to Manchester United and signed a contract. Should be all confirmed within the next day or so. He should be holding up that Manchester United shirt within a day or so. And what I like about these deals is that these deals are being done pretty quickly. They're not being like dragged out throughout the summer, for example, like we used to do. They used to be dragged out throughout the summer, and we wait and we wait and we wait, and they never materialize. But now they seem to be happening quickly. That Xerxes and Euro, quick fire deals, unbelievable quick fire deals. Now let's get right into it. Manchester United, of course, have signed Xerxes, and looks like we're signing Euro, bar a miracle. Basically, Manchester United are almost in agreement with PSG for Ugarte. Ugarte, of course, Manchester United have been on after for a while now. It seems like months that Manchester United have been after Ugarte. He's one of the hot names, as they say, on our transfer list that we have been fighting for the last few months and weeks, basically. So Manchester United could bring in Ugarte within the next week or so. It could be less, but Manchester United could bring in Ugarte. Ugarte, of course, is a PSG player, played in the Copa America, so we haven't had a chance to talk to his representatives and to smooth out a deal with Ugarte. Now the Copa America is over, we can bring him and we can talk to him and we can agree a deal. Manchester United have started talks with Ugarte, and it's a foregone conclusion that we are going to sign this player. I believe we will. I believe, barring something ridiculous, we will sign Ugarte, and Ugarte will also become a Manchester United player. Now, in regards to Manchester United and players out, Manchester United have agreed a deal with Marseille, medical all done for Mason Greenwood. I just want to wish Mason Greenwood the best of luck in France. I hope he smashes it, and I hope he scores a lot of goals at Marseille. Marseille is a big French club. I'm sure he'll do well there, and I'm sure he'll be loved there. And that's what's the most important thing. I hope that one day he'll be able to regain his spot in the England squad, and he'll be able to progress, and people will live and forgive and forget. Of course, France is a country that is new to the fold of competitive league, like for example, it's PSG and nobody else. But if Mason Greenwood goes there and creates a bit of history, wins Marseille the league, he's going to be loved, isn't he? He's going to be loved, and people are going to be forced into the corner to support the lad. And I just want to wish him the best of luck. Sorry about what has happened at Manchester United. Sorry about all the episodes, all the craziness that happened behind the scenes with Mason Greenwood. Life hits you fast. That's just life sometimes, and you have to get on with it. To be honest with you, but I want to wish him the best of luck. I want to wish Mason Greenwood the best of luck. Now, one shock transfer news out there is that Manchester United could be about to break the bank again for Jerome Boateng. God forbid. Frimpong could be a Manchester United player within the next couple of weeks if if the reports are to be believed. Manchester United are after a right back. Is it a priority? I don't think it is. Although I'm going to bring on the news in regards to Wan-Bissaka and why it could happen very soon. Frimpong has been Manchester United's radar for a while now, and Frimpong, of course, is a attacking winger, stroke midfielder who can play on the right, who can create. He's a versatile player, can play right back as well. He's not a defensive full back, but as we've always said, we need players who are going to attack. We need players who can not only defend but attack. And apart from Dalot, we don't really have that on the right side. So I believe that Frimpong will be a very good signing. Is it a priority? I don't know. I don't think so. But if Wan-Bissaka goes, then I think it will have to be a priority because we need players in. We cannot just be light on that one side, you know. Now, that brings me on to Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, of course, is a signing from, I believe it was the Jose Mourinho days, was it not? I was very excited about the signing. I believed in his talent. I thought he was a very good player. Now, Aaron Wan-Bissaka could be leaving Manchester United this summer with a bid from West Ham has been put in. It's something in the region of 25 million with add-ons, etc. What do you think of that deal? Would you accept 25 million? For me, I like Wan-Bissaka. I think he's a very, very good defensive fullback. But on the attacking side, which we need, he's not there, is he? He's not quite there. We need something a little bit more creative on that side, of course. So Wan-Bissaka will probably be leaving the club this summer. And of course, that opens the door for someone like Frimpong to come in and fit that void to challenge for the right back berth with Dalot. Do you think Frimpong's best position is right back? Of course, at Leverkusen, he was playing sometimes as a right midfield, or if Leverkusen were playing three at the back, he'll play as the right wing back. Do you think it fits the way we want to play? Do you think he's a good right back? Do you think he's a good option? We'll have to wait and see, but obviously Leverkusen are going to want quite a bit of money for Frimpong, and unless we sell Wan-Bissaka for a decent amount of money, I don't think we'll be spending money on Frimpong too soon. But it does look like Wan-Bissaka wants to move. West Ham are interested, and West Ham, of course, he will fit very well at West Ham, in my opinion. I think if he signed for West Ham, Wan-Bissaka would be a very good signing from him. And that brings me swiftly on to Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay is wanted by West Ham, contrary to popular reports out there. Scott McTominay is wanted by West Ham, but they don't want him at 30 million. 30 million is the price that Manchester United want for Scott McTominay. I think that's a fair offer. I think it's the lower side of the offer as well. I don't think that's a high offer. I think that's a good, decent deal for someone like Scott McTominay, who gives 100%, can also snip in with some goals, is versatile. I don't think West Ham should be trying to mug us off in regards to Scott McTominay. I think he's worth 30 million. He's worth 35, 40, in my opinion. Played a lot of games last season, played in the FA Cup final, of course. So, you know, it's an important player. It's an important squad player for Man United. If you want Scott McTominay, you're going to have to pay up for Scott McTominay. And this is what I like about Manchester United at the moment. We're not being held to ransom by silly little deals. We're not being mugged off by teams who think they can just give us a low offer and we accept it. Don't worry. We're not being mugged off by teams who think they can loan our players, you know, and wait till their contracts run out so they can get them cheap. This is the whole thing, the messed up way we were run for so many years, you know, and I'm glad that these kind of things are starting to go out the window in regards to our club, and we're starting to regain a bit of respect in the world of football. Of course, that brings me on to the rival fans, and the rival fans, including Liverpool, were crying yesterday because of the Euro deal. A lot of them were saying, oh, Manchester United plays 72 million for Euro, blah, blah, blah. You know, they're jealous, obviously. Manchester United did not pay 72 million. They paid 52 million with add-ons. They're trying to extortionate the price and make it more and make it look like Man United got ripped off, but we didn't. We signed full-on cash, 43, 44 million pounds, I believe it was. With incentive, it goes up to 60 million. So Manchester United have got a very, very good bargain there. And I think it's annoyed a lot of Liverpool fans because we know that Euro is the next best big thing in regards to defenders. So I'm very, very excited about that. He's like basically the next Saliba, so to speak, except more of a winner, we hope. And we'll win trophies at Manchester United. I'm pretty sure about that. Mark, good morning. How you doing, mate? Any news on the league? Deal still on? I believe, and I've been led to believe, that the deal is still on. I read a paper here in Italy that the deal is still on for De Ligt. Manchester United still want De Ligt, of course. We don't have much cover on the right centre-back berth. I still believe we need both. Will that happen? I'm not too sure. It depends on who goes out the door. If Maguire or Lindelof leave the club, then yes, we will be signing another right centre back. But as I reported a few days ago, INEOS are very keen to keep the British backline, the British players at the club, and this is something that a little bit concerns me, of course, because I don't believe that it should be about whether you're British, whether you're Italian, whether you're French, whatever you are. I don't think it should be based upon that. With Manchester United, it shouldn't be based on whether you're British or not. But it looks like Manchester United will keep a Maguire or Lindelof at the club. I don't believe they will sell both. If someone comes in with a magnificent offer, then yeah, they will probably most likely do a deal, but it's whether someone comes in with a big deal. For Lindelof, nothing's going to come major as it is. We're going to get what, 15 million if we're lucky for Lindelof, which is a low offer, a crazy offer considering how much we pay for him and considering he's quite a good defender. You know, if a team like West Ham or Fulham had a Lindelof, that'd be a very good signing for him. Unfortunately, some of these teams are not very smart in my humble opinion. I don't think they're very smart. I think if they were smart, they'll go out and get a Lindelof. They'll go out and get a Maguire because their experience is second to none. And I believe that if you have players like them who have experienced success as well, and international level as well experience, I think it would be a very good buy for West Ham, for Fulham, for an Everton. You know, but it seems like they're very stubborn. It seems like they don't rate our players somewhat. Yeah, they're signing duds from wherever they're signing them from, but they're signing duds. If they were smart, if I was a Fulham manager or was a Fulham owner, I would say, look, let's go and get Lindelof. Lindelof's cheap. Lindelof's experienced Sweden international. He's had so many caps. He's had success at Man United as well. Been there a long time. Got huge experience and also versatile. So remember, he was playing at fullback last season. Do you remember that? That shows how bad it was last season at times when we had to play Lindelof at fullback. People seem to forget that, don't they? Mark, how you doing? Yes, again, I think priority is on Ugarte now. It's true. Yes, my opinion, and this is my prediction. Don't sell it in stone. It's not the gospel, but I believe that Manuel Ugarte will be a Manchester United player next. I think he'll be through the door. I said it a couple of days ago. That Ugarte will be the next player through the door. And if we do sign Ugarte, added to Xerxes and Yarrow, we're moving like a boss, ain't we? Really, you have to be honest with everything. We're moving like a boss, and we're getting things done quickly, and this is so refreshing. And obviously, if he does come through the door, it does annoy a lot of clubs, and we're going to have to take that. And I really love it because over the years, over the decades that we've been supporting this great club called Manchester United, many rival fans have been jealous of us, and it seems like it's coming back slightly. Can you feel it with the Liverpool thing yesterday, crying on their social media, some big accounts as well. It's crazy, like how they were saying we've been ripped off for this, for a young defender we're paying 60 million, blah blah blah. We love it. Do you know what? When they start mentioning our name and they start criticizing us, that means we're doing something right. So carry on and keep doing it. I'm glad we're getting our respect back. And also in the market of transfer and of the transfer world of European football, we're starting to get our respect back as well. The Glazers, of course, have slandered our name for the last 20, 30 years. Seems like 30 years, doesn't it? It's about 20 years they've been slandering our name and put our name through the mud, make it losing relationships with clubs, being taken for a ride basically. So yeah, I'm glad our respect is coming back, and Manchester United are coming back, and Manchester United coming back in a big way. INEOS are proving now they are starting to walk the walk, and they were talking the talk before, but now they're starting to walk the walk, and I'm very pleased with that. I don't know how you feel about them at the moment. Of course, cautious optimism is still applied, and we've only signed one player. Good morning, Kingdom. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Branthwaite, Manchester United will not be held to Branthwaite. In regards to Jared Branthwaite, Man United are not going to pay 70 million odd for Jared Branthwaite. Of course, Everton were very, very curious as to why Manchester United signed Eleni Euro for so cheap. Let me tell you, Everton, right? Certain teams don't overrate their players before they've achieved anything. Loro's a very good player, but Lille are not going to go out and start asking for 60, 70 million, the price of an established international for Lenny Yoro. Lenny Yoro is the next big thing, and he's gone for, like, let's say 50. He's gone to 50 million, yet you want 60, 70 million for Jarrad Branthwaite. You're Everton. Stay in your lane, you know. And Everton, they believe that they were putting up little memes, weren't they, in the last few days about how they can sign Mainu for 40 million and this and that, and they're putting us in the same league as them. I mean, we're Manchester United, they're Everton. They need to stay in their lane, and I'm going to say that very openly with respect, that we are not Everton, right? And we signed Lenny Yoro for 45 million odd because it's realistic. You're being unrealistic. You're being very unrealistic. 60, 70 million for a player who's not proven, he's not won anything, he's young, he's still raw. I like the player, I do. Don't get me wrong, I like him. I think he's one of the best up-and-coming English players in the league. But it's very, very risky when you're signing for players from Everton, unless it's Wayne Rooney. You're signing players from Everton, because I still have Bastian, what's his name, Schneiderlin in my head right now, and I don't want any more mishaps with Everton players. Do you know what I'm saying? So Everton, if they were smart, they would have done a deal with us. They would have asked for Maguire, they would have asked for Lindelof, and we could have done a deal with them. But they don't want to play ball. So because they are not smart, that's why they are where they are. Because they're not smart. They don't like doing deals. They don't like bringing in good players. They don't like bringing in experienced players, because the bitterness outweighs the logic. And that's what I'm saying about these teams. But I really love all this noise. I do. I love it, because at the end of the day, they're crying. And when they're crying, you know, that means only one thing. They're crying a river for us to sail to our destination, which is success. So we love it. Let's keep crying, keep building that, keep creating that river, that stream that leads to the Premier League title, which is going to happen. Don't worry about that, very, very soon. You don't worry about that. Don't watch that. We're going to get there at this rate. The way Man United are operating, the way Man United are bringing these players in, you've got to be excited for the project. Yeah, Everton, I have been crying, and you've got to be excited about the project. You know, Euro, I'm very excited about. I haven't been excited about a deal. What's the most exciting deal for you guys in recent memory? I'm not talking about the Sir Alex Ferguson days, etc. I think we've signed a few players. I think Ten Hag has given us some exciting signings, to be honest with you. I think Casemiro was very exciting for me when we signed him. Pogba, of course, was very exciting when we signed him. Very excited when we signed Pogba. And believe it or not, I was excited about Maguire when we signed him. I got a video on my channel saying Maguire's brilliant, this, that. I wasn't wrong. He's been a loyal servant to Manchester United, and he's done very well at Manchester United. Kingdom, ESPN are discussing nothing my main I do is ever good in their eyes. Are they talking again? I haven't seen ESPN Kingdom recently. I haven't really been paying attention to them. They're kind of muted on my Twitter, so I don't really listen to them, because everything they say is anti-Man United, and everything they say is more sinister than anything. You know, they don't like us. It's quite obvious. They got people in there, pundits. I say that in a very light way. They've got pundits on there who all they do is blurt garbage about Manchester United. But let them hate. All we have to do is concentrate on what we do on the pitch, and all we have to do is concentrate on being united as a fan base, and supporting the football club, supporting Ten Hag, and hopefully we'll win more trophies. Even last season when we won the FA Cup, they were bringing in all crap about, you know, we fluked the FA Cup, and, you know, it's just going to paper over the cracks and all this rubbish that they were saying. And, you know, this is them. This is the ESPN, but we don't care. We don't care, as that meme says. We don't care. We don't care at all. So, Mark, I will personally give our summer window if we still signed the Ugarte and Kadioglu, and I'm bad. That would be a 10 out of 10 summer. Yeah, news on Kadioglu. Manchester United will approach Kadioglu. Of course, they're doing one deal at a time. It's Kadioglu and Miguel Gutierrez, I believe, are the two left-back options. So one of them could be, hopefully, signing for Manchester United. We haven't had a deal agreed yet. We have to go to, obviously, Fenerbahce, which is Kadioglu's club. And of course, we have to speak to Girona in regards to Miguel Gutierrez. I don't think we can rely on Luke Shaw and Malacia, no matter how good they are. I don't think we can rely on them, in my personal opinion. I think we do need to sign another left back, and we do need a left-sided centre back. I reported yesterday that Manchester United are after a left-sided centre back. Maybe if we find a player who could play on the left back and a left-sided centre back, would be a very, very smart move, in my opinion, if we could do that. There are very few of them these days. Back in my day, there were a lot of players who were versatile, could play left back, centre back, right back, midfield, central. Not many can do that these days, and it does help when you have positions that a player who can play multiple positions. You remember John O'Shea, for example, could play everywhere. Fletcher could play centre back, and McTominay's a kind of centre back, but we don't rely on him in centre back. Obviously, Ten Hag doesn't play him there, so. Well, then, Mark, yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's like we need that type of player, like a Kadioglu, but we have to agree a deal with Fenerbahce. He had a great tournament at Europe 2024, so if he can play left-sided centre back and left back, it kills two birds with one stone, in my opinion. He also can play left midfield as well, so. He's a very versatile player, and if we change the formation, etc., it works, and we need players like that who can play everywhere, and play at various different positions, which can help us if we have injuries and suspensions, of course. So Kadioglu is my favourite for left back, but Erik ten Hag is said to be obsessed with Miguel Gutierrez. He's very excited about Miguel Gutierrez, and as Mark says, we need to do a deal. We need to be smart, bringing in Lindelof to Fenerbahce or Maguire, and taking Kadioglu off Fenerbahce's hands. Only thing is, Fenerbahce don't really spend much money. We of course have to give them money for Kadioglu. But Fenerbahce are notorious for not selling players and not buying players particularly. And but let's hope we change that mold, and we sign Kadioglu from them. Be a very good coup, second Turkish player, should I say, to play for Manchester United. And of course, Bayındır, who's still at Manchester United, could influence the deal. If Bayındır can speak to Fenerbahce and speak to Kadioglu, maybe we can get a deal done. Maybe we can build a relationship there. Very good player, young player, very good. I will go after him. It'd be a shrewd move, a very positive move. We need a left back. I don't want to rely on Shaw next season. I don't know about you, but I don't want to rely on Luke Shaw next season. I think we've had enough with that Luke Shaw injury roller coaster that we keep going on. Luke Shaw is a world-class defender when he plays, when he's fit. But at the end of the day, we cannot rely on Luke Shaw anymore. We'll move on to pastors new. He's been at Man United since 2014. He's missed like 60% of games. He looked unfit in the European Championship, but he done very well. Grant me, don't get me wrong, he done very well, put in the deep end after not playing since February. So we need to obviously move on from Luke Shaw and move on to pastors new with a new left back. Malacia, of course, is just the mystery that goes on. And 100% right, Mark, Garnacho will benefit from a player like Kadioglu. Garnacho, of course, hasn't had much help or support on that left side. Neither has Marcus Rashford, of course. If Marcus Rashford stays, we need to support him from that left-sided berth. We haven't had that last season, and people seem to forget that in regards to creativity from the left side, because we haven't had that backup there. If you ask Gary Neville about his tenure at Manchester United, ask him how much Beckham helped him on the right-hand side. Ask him how much his career was flourished because of David Beckham. You need that relationship on the left side and the right side. You need two players helping each other out, tracking back, going forward, etc., overlapping runs. These are the things that we've been lacking so severely for so many years. And I think that if we do get a Kadioglu, if we do even get a Miguel Gutierrez, it will be a good signing for us, because we do need those positions. But it looks like Manuel Ugarte will be the next player through the door. I believe that, unless something quick happens with the Ligt. Bayern Munich are playing hard ball with us, which is why we've done a quick deal with Lenny Euro. Bayern Munich are playing hard ball with us, but De Ligt really wants to come to Manchester United. Now he really wants to come to Manchester United. He didn't a year ago, 2 years ago, did he? Didn't want to sign for us then when we needed him. But at the end of the day, we still want him, and he's still on the radar to be a Manchester United player. We hope so. Guys, don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you everyone who's joined me so far this morning. Sorry about the backdrop. I'm in Florence at the moment, Tuscany. to be exact. And I'm bringing you news from over here as best as I can. No backdrop today, so I'm gonna be reporting for at least for today with different backdrops, different environments, nature environments, concrete environments, you name it, on top of roofs, everywhere, you name it. I'm gonna be sewers, whatever. I'll be there. I'll be there for you guys to bring you the latest news. And whenever news breaks, I will be here to bring you it on Breaking Dawn, guys. I have trust in our recruitment that they get the deals done. We will cover all position. Yeah, I have trust in this. They're starting to gain my trust, and we have to be honest here that they are starting to gain my trust. They're starting to sign good players. They're starting to get players through the door. The Euro deal happened because Manchester United proposed a deal which was that he couldn't reject. The project was too excited to reject. Now they can say whatever we threw money at him, whatnot. We didn't. You know, we gave him the minimum, but we our PR team just sold the club to him, and they told him about our ambition. So we can only be excited about everything that's going on at the club, and we can only be optimistic and cautious optimism. But that cautious optimism is slowly turning into real optimism and excitement for the start of the season. We do need to see him badly, Kingdom. That is very important. Yeah, more than fullbacks at the moment. We can survive if we signed Euro. Of course we can. We do need a central midfielder. I believe that Ugarte will be the next through the door, and that will kind of sort out one of the positions in central midfield that we need. If we sign one defender, one midfielder, and we sign a striker, how would that be? I still think we need a lot more. We need a right back as well. Of course, I spoke at the top of the show about Frimpong could be going to Man United. If Wan-Bissaka leaves to go to West Ham, he could be going to. Frimpong could be coming to Man United, and Frimpong would be a very good signing. It's a signing that we cannot sniff at because he's a very, very good player. We cannot just say, oh, we don't need him because we ain't got that position. If Wan-Bissaka leaves, we more or less have one right back. So we need Wan-Bissaka as well. We need Frimpong to come in as well. So a lot of work needs to be done. Wan-Bissaka wants first team football, and it looks like he'll be going to West Ham if West Ham give the right money. And that's what it all boils down to, doesn't it? It boils down to if they're going to give us the right money, they're going to not rip us off. And that's what's the most important thing. And it looks like we're not falling for those old tricks again. We've moved on. We've matured, so to speak. And we're doing well in regards to the transfer window. And respect is coming back. And all those rival fans, you can cry your eyes out, cry us a river. As I said, cry us a river, because that river we can use as leverage to get us to the Premier League title. We'll do our boat. You cry us a river, we'll build our boat, and we'll go on that river, and we'll go to the Premier League title. That's what it's about. It's about us coming back, and next season we will shock the world. Believe that. I said that. I'm going to die on this hill. I said that before. Manchester United will shock the world next season. I said title challenge. Maybe I'm a bit ahead of myself, but I do believe that. I believe that a lot of the teams in the Premier League right now are not in good shape, and that includes Liverpool. Right, heard Trent going to Real Madrid. A lot of new players. I mean, I look at Arne Slot of Liverpool. I don't want to talk too much about Liverpool, but he doesn't give me that same air, that same vibe as Jurgen Klopp. It doesn't. He seems a bit annoying to me. This is just my opinion. He comes across as a bit sarcastic, patronizing, so to speak. It's going to be hard. I think Liverpool are going to have the same problem that we had with Sir Alex Ferguson leaving. I really do. I think that they're going to have the same issues that we had all those years ago, because the personality of Jurgen Klopp was too strong for that club. He was so strong that, it resonated throughout the club and the players and the community. I don't think Arne Slot is that. I don't think he's that guy, in my opinion. So they can cry on. We're going to carry on moving. We're going to carry on signing players. They can start talking about us. They can start talking about how much we're spending on players. We're a proper football club again. How do you think about that, guys? Please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like. Thank you all you guys for joining me this morning. It's absolutely an honor to have you here. You're absolute legends, as usual. I'm here in this lovely house. I'm talking to you about football from Tuscany, and I'm going to bring you the latest news that I hear over here as well. Of course, there's a different spin over here in regards to things. I'm going to be getting some newspapers together. I'll probably sit at a coffee shop and give you the news like Football Italia did back in the Channel 4. Do you remember that? So, Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to smash the like. Don't forget to subscribe. So at the top of the show, I mentioned Manchester United are after Jeremy Frimpong, of course, right centre, right back, right wing back, right midfielder. A very, very shrewd signing that would be for Manchester United. A very, very good player for Manchester United. And Ugarte looks like he could be through the door within the next few days. Talks are beginning this week in regards to a move from PSG. The only issue is his fee. PSG want 53 million euros. Manchester United are not willing to pay over 45. So it could be done as well pretty swiftly. There's not much difference in regards to price and in regards to value. So guys, Greenwood has signed for Marseille. Looks like he'll be holding up that shirt. Here we go, has happened. So it looks like he'll be holding that shirt pretty soon. Good luck to the lad and good luck to the player. Wan-Bissaka could become a West Ham player, which could, of course, open the door more solidly for Frimpong. Good morning, Mark. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. You guys are absolute legends. I will be coming online. I will be smashing that news to you as soon as I get it. As soon as I get it, I'll be coming online and I'll be bringing it to you. I get a different kind of news over here. There's different angles to it, etc. Names we ain't heard of before. So keep it locked here on Stretford Post and Breaking Dawn. And of course, Sal Reacts. I'll be back with Chatterbox as well, which will be coming once I start doing more watch-alongs, of course. I'm going to try and bring you the watch-along of Man United versus Glasgow Rangers, of course. So everyone can overreact if we lose to Glasgow Rangers. I'm cried a little bit last night over the loss of our best attacker and generational talent, next Van Persie. Yeah, Mark, this is a sad thing, and I agree with you. I totally second that. We have to move onwards and upwards, of course. Mason Greenwood, I wish him the best of luck. And I hope that he gets his career back on track. And I hope he plays for England again. And I hope people can forgive and forget, because he's moved on now. He's had a child, and we've lost the generational talent. But it's a rope to fall on that we're doing really well in the transfer market, and we're shocking a few people. We're making a few people eat their words, which is great. And our rivals are crying. And that's all I can say about that. We're happy. At the moment, content at the moment that we're making moves. Euro's a fantastic signing. Xerxes a fantastic signing. Ugarte will be through the door. Frimpong, if we sign that player, if we sign a Kadioglu as well, wow. You can just say, wow, that would be absolutely a perfect, almost perfect. Nothing's perfect. We still need more, but almost perfect window for us. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please don't forget to subscribe and smash a like. I say it all the time, but it's very, very important for the algorithms, etc. Algorithms love the algorithm. So basically, if you could smash a like, if you could subscribe, and you could clip the video, post the video, all your best parts. I will retweet, I will post it on my YouTube, and I will give credit where it's due. Thank you so much, everyone. Mark, just a quick one. Xavi Simons and Calafiori. Yeah, I like Calafiori as well. Calafiori impressed for Italy. Arsenal look like they're in the front seat. They're for Calafiori, don't they? Of course, they acted swiftly with that because it's the only deal they're really doing. We've got a lot of deals that we're working on at the moment. At the same time, Arsenal are just working on their little one deal, aren't they? They didn't even know who Calafiori was a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, but now they're jumping on him like he's the next Paolo Maldini. Yeah, Xavi Simons, of course, is a 21-year-old player. Very, very, very good. Probably Dutch best player at the European Championships 2024. Of course, scored that magnificent goal against England, didn't he? Brilliant player. I would be happy with a player like him coming to the club, a young player, talented player. By all means, could give competition to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes does need competition. He does need rest sometimes. And him and Simons would be great, of course. If we do bring these for, remember, we were said to have only 40 million in a kitty to sign players. Do you remember that? 40 million. I think someone's telling fibs here. And we're after everyone at the moment under the sun, new name every single day, which is great for us, of course, because at the end of the day, if you throw a bunch of cards into the river, one of them will land on your number. Don't worry if you do it 100 times anyway. So guys, please don't forget to smash a like, and please don't forget to subscribe. You guys are absolute legends. Thank you to everyone on the comments. Of course, I'll be doing more video calls. If you want to get involved on the video calls, let me know beforehand if you want to be in tomorrow's Breaking Dawn or in future shows. Just shout me a holler, and I will send you the link to join the stream. And also, I'll be doing phone-ins, live phone-ins very soon too. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. It's good news. It's exciting news for a change. Guys, all the best. Take it easy.